Yeah. Well, I'll make sure that's the headline. Most videos suck.
Most videos suck, but this one won't.
It's an amazing video. Check out that view right there. Well, awesome. Well, hey man, I'll just dive right into it. And the major idea of it is like, what would your final offer be if you couldn't work anymore? So
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. And I got to start with the boom because it's what I do.
Yeah. Hey, I've been booming, right?
We love boom.
I love the boom.
I've been booming. We love the boom.
Yeah, we got a little gift for you. I'm going to be sending your way soon here. How you doing?
Clint watches the boom over and over and over again.
I love the boom.
That should be your thing, man. Like, you should have T-shirts that say "boom."
Just like
100%. We're actually making them soon. I'll send you one.
Good.
on television.
Just making a note. Send boom shirt.
She.
Boom. What?
Television. She just said something about television. Are you enrolled for September? Did I ever get your enrollment for September?
No, I don't think so, but it's on my calendar and I'm planning on it, so I will 100% get you that.
You should do that.
I'm definitely coming to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put him in.
It's Memorial Day. It's the weekend after Memorial Day.
2 days after my big event, so I'm getting on a plane coming right to yours.
Perfect. You'll have a lot of energy, and energy is the key to success on TV. So.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And money.
Sweet. Alrighty, well here we go.
Cool. Ready.
Alrighty. Yeah. Boom! What's going on, everyone? This is Steve Larsen. Welcome back to the Your Final Offer Summit, where I'm asking marketing experts what their final offer would be if they could not work anymore. And this is more about the cash flow, how they would set it up. Very excited and honored to have a guest on today. It's Clint Arthur, who runs Celebrity Entrepreneur and is amazing. Welcome to the show.
Boom!
Boom! Where are you right now?
Hey, man.
We all want to be where you are.
I'm steps from the sand in Miami Beach at the W Hotel, South Beach, and it's our first day here after my big event at the Harvard Club in Boston, and we really like this.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
Oh man, that looks amazing. That looks absolutely amazing. I want to ask. Now, your company trains entrepreneurs to be a celebrity, right? If you don't know who you are, a huge deal.
Transforms entrepreneurs into celebrities in the eyes of customers and prospects. A lot of people train all different syllabi. I don't deliver a syllabi that I don't use. I transform people using what I actually do for myself, I do for others also. And this summit that you've put together really appealed to me, but in a different way than most people are gonna talk to you about, because my whole thing, like my whole life changed when I was at the campfire at the men's self-help meeting, and the shaman pointed at me and said, "You don't know yet, but you're already dead." And I was like, "What the hell do you mean, man? I'm the most successful guy on this team. 8 years ago, I was driving a taxi. I was living on a little boat. Now I'm a millionaire and I live in a mansion." He goes, "You're already dead. You just don't know it." And I didn't know what he meant. And I would wake up for months in the middle of the night mumbling, I'm already dead, what does he mean?" And then it came to be New Year's Day of 2009, and I woke up and I was inspired by the shaman, and I said to myself, what if that guy's right? What if I am already dead and I just don't know it? What would I want to do this year if this was going to be the last year of my life? And I wrote a list of things that I would want to do. And man, at that point, I had had such a horrible experience chasing the Hollywood dream for 13 years. That's what put me behind the wheel of a taxi after graduating from the Wharton Business School. And I said to myself, I've become a millionaire by becoming an entrepreneur instead of trying to be a writer and an actor and a movie star. I gotta memorialize this stuff in case something really does happen to me. I want to preserve the wisdom for my daughter. So I wrote my first book in over 8 years. It was called What They Teach You at the Wharton Business School. And that became my first best-selling book and got me onto my track that I've been on now since 2010, when I started going on TV, becoming a speaker at important places like Harvard, NASDAQ, West Point, Mercedes-Benz, Coca-Cola, etc., getting celebrity photos with major celebrities like Brooke Shields, Caitlyn Jenner, Suzanne Summers. I've got an event coming up with Martha Stewart and Ice-T and Coco, where I'm going to be getting photos for me and for my clients who I'm transforming into celebrities. Oh, as a matter of fact, Steve Larsen's going to be a speaker at that event too. It's called The Living Legends of Entrepreneurial Marketing, of which Steve Larsen is one. And it's an event, right, to transform people into celebrities in the eyes of customers and prospects. So TV, VIP speaking, celebrity attachment, getting awards, and being a best-selling author. Those are the things that I do and that I provide for clients. And this whole thing about what would you do if this was your final offer? Hey man, you know what? I've been living my final offer since 2009, okay? Every year I'm living my final offer as if I'm gonna die. For me, what this all came down to, when I finally wrapped my head around it and I got it, I was like, dude, my final offer is everything I can give you while I'm here, okay? That's what I do every year since 2009, and I've gotten pretty good at it. And really, my Carnegie Hall event with Martha Stewart, Ice-T and Coco, Jerry from Ben & Jerry's, Dan Kennedy, Michael Gerber, I pulled out, hey Steve, did I pull out every stop? I mean, have you ever seen a lineup of experts in one place at one event like this for entrepreneurs before, honestly?
Never. I've never even heard of that.
Yeah. How about the venue? Have you ever, I know you haven't heard about it at Carnegie Hall, but have you heard of any venues that have even come close to the power and significance that are going to demand performances that will outshine anything anybody's ever done before, like this one?
Never, ever. I've never seen that ever.
Okay. That's my final offer. Okay. I have put everything I could possibly put into this event so that people could get everything I have to give them, including my book, What They Teach You at the Wharton Business School, on audio, which is, I say, one of the best audiobooks ever recorded. I still love the sound of my own voice on it years later, so you know it must be pretty good. I put in, I put in my celebrity entrepreneurship book, the hardcover, the ebook, and as well video trainings for the people who enroll as VIPs, taking you deep dive with my highest level clients who pay me $25,000 to be in my mastermind. The training I give them about how to go on TV, how to be a VIP speaker, get celebrity photos, get awards, get best-selling books. Those video trainings are part of the VIP package. And then we got you to put your deep dive, your core offer masterclass, right?
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever created a product that great before?
No, it took a lot from me to create it, actually.
Okay, and I got you to put that in my last offer. Okay, yeah. See what I'm saying here? And I got Hal Elrod, who makes miracles. You know Hal? By the way, Hal is going to be on the Today Show July 13th. That's the culmination. He came to my Celebrity Launchpad a few years ago. He couldn't even afford to come. I had to make a special payment plan for him outside of what I normally do for people to get him to be able to attend. He booked 13 TV appearances, local and national. That launched him to selling 1.5 million copies of his book, The Miracle Morning, which in itself is a miracle right there. Wait till they do a feature story on him on the Today Show on July 13th, 9 days from today. What's going to happen to that guy? He's one of the speakers at this event. It's called The Living Legends of Entrepreneurial Marketing at Carnegie Hall with you and him and Martha Stewart and all those others. And I got him to put in not just a copy of his new book, which I bought for everybody. It's called The Miracle Equation. It's an actual equation for how to make miracles happen in your life and manifest your most important goal or mission. And he's also got a whole training program on that, which is part of this package. And then speaking of equations, Scorpion. I did an interview of Scorpion, Walter O'Brien. He produced 4 seasons of Scorpion for CBS television based on his own life stories, being a problem solver for the CIA, the NSA, and major corporations, high dollar problems. I asked him, you'll dig this. Anybody watching, you're gonna get a lot out of what I'm gonna say right now. I said, Walter, how do you determine pricing when you're doing such a esoteric thing about solving problems for people? And he goes, well, for example, instead of it being about my time, I try to determine what is the problem costing you.
Interesting.
Yeah. He goes, so a corporation comes to me and they're losing an hour every day to downtime to this problem. And I say, okay, well, let's figure out, what does that hour cost you? And it turns out it's costing them $60 million an hour to have that downtime. And so I say, well, look, I could solve that problem for you for $59 million and you'd still be in profit just off of 1 hour of solving that problem for you, and you have that problem every day. So how much is that problem worth to you for me to solve it, right? Isn't that amazing? He's going to be talking about those kinds of, you talk about next level stuff. He's going to be talking about that kind of next level stuff at the Living Legends event. He's one of the Living Legends. So, and it's even possible to get hot seats with that guy. What's in my last offer? Everything I got. That's what's in my last offer. I put my whole life into my work, the Celebrity Entrepreneurship book and video training. And when you read the book, you'll see my whole life is in that book. And I put everything I have, every relationship, every sense of like fear about going out of my comfort zone, about doing stuff that I could fail at. I could very easily have set myself up for a giant failure with the Living Legends because it's such a big thing. But I was able to put together the lineup, secure the venue, come up with the cash to front this whole thing so that it could happen, and even recruit you into this program and have you promoting it. So what's in my final offer? Let's see. We've got the final offer right here. Let's take it even to the next level. Can we make a final offer in as part of this summit?
It's pretty amazing.
Can we do that?
Yeah, sure.
Can we plus it even?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, great. So the tickets, the general admission tickets are, I think they're $2,500 at this point, and the VIPs are $3,000, and the elites are $12,500 at this point, and they're going up as we get closer. So how about anybody who puts in coupon code FINAL OFFER, one word, FINAL OFFER. If you put in coupon code FINAL OFFER, you get $500 off any of those levels. And like final offer is you get $500 off of your general admission, $500 off of your VIP, or $1,000 off of your elite level sign up. So how's that for a final offer? Is that better?
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And so your answer to this question is, what's fascinating is there's a skill set that you are showcasing right here, and I'm starting to see the pattern of this, and it is to leverage those who are already moving, right? Your final offer, you don't want to go and create something completely from scratch. You're going to pull together a whole bunch of resources that already exist and make that your offer, and you're getting a chance to showcase all that. It's super powerful.
It is that, and it's also the philosophy that every freaking offer should be your final offer.
Yeah.
You should be living as if it's your final offer, because you know what? It might be. I mean, let's look at just who's passed away in the last couple of years. That guy on, he was from 90210, and then he went on to be the star of that show, Riverdale. He's an actor. What's his name? From 90210. Young guy, 52 years old. Died.
Wow.
What? Had a stroke, 52. This, you don't know when your final offer is going to be. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? You're waiting to make the next offer so great that it's the one that breaks you through. You're waiting to save all the good stuff for some other time. Like, what are you waiting for? That's my philosophy. And when I realized that could work within the scope of this final offer framework that you've created, and it's going to be, here's another thing. I'm the only one who's going to have this. There ain't nobody else who's going to be talking to you about putting it all on the line right now and not saving anything for tomorrow because you could be dead. There's not one other person in this whole summit who's going to have anything like that. And that's part of living this philosophy of it could be the last year of your life, put it all on the line right now, and also the celebrity entrepreneurship philosophy of you have to be different. The logo for the entrepreneurship department of USC's business school, okay? I had the great pleasure of speaking at that when my daughter was a junior there. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone right now. USC Entrepreneur center, it is a circle of dots. And one of those dots is outside the circle. I'm going to put it up here for you. And that,
Very clever.
that is,
And above.
and above, slightly higher. That is, can you see it?
That's awesome. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That is the key to success from the
Yep.
entrepreneurship department at USC Business School. You got to be different and higher status than everybody else.
And your customers smell that. They know that. And they know when you're playing full out and putting everything in the offer. They know. Or if you're holding back on them.
Hey, well, today, in today's day and age, where it's all done on video and everybody can see who's being real, you know, they talk about authenticity. You have to be authentic, right?
Yeah.
That means you have to know how to perform on video. That means, and really, performance is about how can you be natural in the most unnatural circumstance, which is video communication. I mean, dude, where are you? Utah, Idaho, where are you?
I'm in Idaho. Yeah.
Idaho, right? And I'm on the beach in Miami, and we're communicating over the molecules. There's nothing natural about what we're doing whatsoever. But if I'm not coming across as being real, everybody watching knows it, and you can know, I'm not faking anything here. This is all 100% real, and that's part of what you get by being on TV, being a VIP speaker, hanging out with major celebrities in very uncomfortable circumstances, getting awards, writing best-selling books. All that stuff contributes to you being able to be authentic in
you
difficult
create
circumstances.
this amazing group offer where you're pulling in these other people. Who's your dream customer? Who do you sell it to as your final offer?
Authors, speakers, coaches, entrepreneurs, experts, anybody who's an expert. If you are in a crowded marketplace, think about how that bursts through the crowd and all of the clutter of the marketplace when you have a picture of you and Martha Stewart hanging out at Carnegie Hall. That's what this offer is really all about. See, here's a picture of, this is what we're gonna create for the VIPs. See, there's just two women. One of those women is my wife. The less tall one is my wife. The really tall one is an executive at Carnegie Hall. And what does it say above their heads? It just says contributors to this thing at Carnegie Hall. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so your caption of your photo with Martha Stewart is going to be hanging out with Martha Stewart at Carnegie Hall. Think how that is something that you've never seen before from anybody on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or on YouTube, showing you a picture like that you've never seen that picture before because nobody has that. That's the kind of stuff that I create. Super high status, positioning assets to break through crowded marketplaces and position you as the one dot that's outside and higher than the rest of the dots in the circle. That means better than all of your competition, because this word better, right? What's really better? Well, you better be better. If you're not gonna lose the competition, you gotta be better. And that's what I try to create for people. And plus the education. Like, here, let me go back to the final offer. Why is this my final offer? The people in my life who have really meant the most to me are the mentors who have provided me with the lifestyle, the education, guidance, vision, inspiration to have the lifestyle that I do today. And the top ones of them all are Dan Kennedy and Michael Gerber. Okay? Those two guys, their example, their teaching, their inspiration, guidance, mentorship has meant so much to me. And that's why I'm giving them Lifetime Achievement Awards from the Celebrity Entrepreneurs Guild at this event at Carnegie Hall. And and I want to see, look, even though I live as if this is going to be the last year of my life, I do expect to live a long time. Just 1 year at a time, all out, full out, balls to the wall. That's how I play.
Mentality. It's awesome.
But I want to know from every one of these speakers, including you, every single person who's on the headliner at the Living Legends event at Carnegie Hall, I want to know one question, and that is, if your kid came to you on your deathbed and they said, Grandma Martha, what do I really have to do to thrive as an entrepreneur? What's Martha Stewart gonna say? That's what I really want to know, because
that's so powerful, man.
And then I was checking this out. I was talking to this lady at the City University of New York. I'm inviting a bunch of those students to come, and the alumni from that program, from their entrepreneurship program, to check this out because they're New Yorkers. And she goes, Clint, that's a good question, but a lot of our people, they don't come from a privileged background like Martha Stewart's grandchild is. So what would she say to the person who doesn't have all of the resources that their children and grandchildren have? An immigrant, a new person. What would these celebrity entrepreneurs say to somebody who has nothing about what they really need to do? And that's an entirely different question. I'm going to ask that question too, because I think that's really genius also.
So powerful. I mean, it really is. In this scenario, like, final offer, right? You're doing all this stuff, you're putting these things together. You're obviously, clearly a massive expert, and super excited to have you here. For everyone who's watching and listening, though, and they're thinking to themselves, I'm not Clint Arthur, and I don't have this celebrity status, and they want to come learn from you, and everyone should, by the way. But how do you set up this final offer so that it's low management on your side? Like, in the scenario, you're sick, or you've got limited time and limited time.
Well, in this case, I am leveraging one-to-many, as in the biggest way. I've been doing events that have been 125 people. Like, we had 125 people at the Harvard Club in Boston last weekend with Suzanne Summers, and everybody had the most incredible time. This event, 140, we had 140. This event is going to be 600 plus people. So I've made it bigger. And really all I have to do is show up, and if for some reason, if I don't make it to that event, if I'm dead, God forbid,
right,
that would be horrible, then we'll hire a host. We'll hire an MC to just host the event. All he has to do is introduce the people and let them talk and let them share what they have. And look, it's not impossible that somebody might not make it, including me. One of the speakers that I wanted to have at this event is the person who I consider to be the ultimate celebrity entrepreneur. His name was Arnold Kopelson. Have you ever heard of Arnold Kopelson? Other than from me, okay, other than from me. He produced a little movie called Porky's, which a lot of people saw, but that's not what made him a celebrity entrepreneur. That just made him a lot of money. The 5th highest grossing movie of 1982.
Oof.
He produced, the next movie was Platoon. Academy Award Best Picture.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Best-selling giant movie, right? Right? Got him. That made him a celebrity entrepreneur. It got him to make a VIP speech, a very important speech in a very important place at the Academy Awards, on television, with major celebrities. Dustin Hoffman is in the photo handing him the award. That's celebrity attachment. He got the award itself. That's the 4th part. And then best-selling products. I call it best-selling books because that's really easy to do, but his movies were his best-selling products. So all of that came from winning the award. Then he went on to become the king of Hollywood. See, when you become a celebrity entrepreneur and do it right, even though nobody knows who you are, you don't give up your privacy, you don't give up your anonymity, because nobody knew who Arnold Kopelson was except for his prospects and customers. Who were they? Well, how about the next movie he did was called Falling Down with Michael Douglas. The next movie he did was Harrison Ford in The Fugitive. The next movie he did was Murder at 1600 with Wesley Snipes. Then he did Al Pacino and Keanu Reeves in The Devil's Advocate. And then then he did Seven with Brad Pitt. Hello, and right? And then he did, I've been forgetting that one. Yeah, he did that one too. Have you seen that movie, Seven?
No.
Dude, scary. Watch it. Amazing movie with Brad Pitt. Date night movie. You'll like it. And then he did the pièce de résistance. He did Arnold Schwarzenegger in Eraser for a giant studio with a budget of $100 million plus. That's called being the king of Hollywood, when you have the #1 movie star in a studio movie with a $100 million budget. How much bigger can you get in Hollywood? That's what celebrity entrepreneurship does for you. $3 billion in ticket sales. Nobody knows who he was. Nobody would recognize him. Nobody was taking pictures of him. That's celebrity entrepreneurship. And I know you're thinking, well, I'm not you. I'm not Arnold Kopelson. I'm not this. I'm not that. Stop thinking about what you're not and just say, that's what I want. I want to be able to dominate my market and be the king of my market and not have anybody know who I am and not lose my privacy, just make all the impact, influence, and income that I want. That's what I want. And I'm telling you, the way to get it is celebrity entrepreneurship. I'm going to be teaching this live from the stage at Carnegie Hall as part of my final offer. And and again, you got final offer as your coupon code to get you $500 off the general admission or VIP, $1,000 off the elite tickets, where you'll have backstage photos. The elites. I just came up with this idea. If you're elite and you're in the 12-5 group, you're going to get backstage photos with Martha Stewart, Ice-T, and Coco at Carnegie Hall in their dressing rooms. Nobody's got that.
No.
Nobody's got that. See?
And
you've seen, and you get a 5-minute hot seat either with Dan Kennedy, Michael Gerber, or the smartest man in the world, Scorpion, from Geniusness. He has an IQ of 197. And you get imagine what you could get if you could go inside the mind of the smartest man in the world and pick his brains in a hot seat environment in front of 600 people at Carnegie Hall, where everybody rises to the occasion and becomes a living legend.
And you get a video.
That's what's available. And coupon code final offer gets you that. And think about this, like, I've never seen a picture, like, actually I have. You know, sometimes you'll see pictures of people on social media, and they'll be backstage at a concert, or they'll be backstage at a show, right? And you're always like, wow, that's cool. I wonder how they got that, right? Well, if you want that, that's elite. If you just want the cool pictures, like, just the cool pictures, me and Martha Stewart at Carnegie Hall, that's VIP. There you go.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. Man, I appreciate you being on here. So just to recap for everybody, you're going in, you're going to crowd create and bring in all these cool experts, leverage the communities, it's so smart to do it that way rather than I'm going to bring something from scratch. I'm going to try and make it. That's the final offer I have to live off of. That's craziness. And anyway, I really appreciate you taking the time to do this, man. It's been awesome. Guys, everyone go and use the final offer coupon code. Yeah. Thanks so much, Clint. Where can people learn more about you and get in contact with what you do?
ClintArthur.tv. Clint, like Clint Eastwood. Arthur, like the king.tv, because every celebrity's got to be on television.
That's awesome. Clint, man, thanks so much. This has been great.
Love you, Steve. Thank you. I love you.
Thanks, man.
I'm looking forward to seeing you at Carnegie Hall. We're going to have an amazing time.
Boom.
Boom!
That was it. Super short. Have a lot of fun with these.
How long was that?
Thanks for taking the time, man.
How long was that?
It was like 25 minutes. Perfect. Yeah. Cool. Super cool.
Nobody's got an answer like that, right?
No one's had an answer like that. Nobody at all. Usually people have said, like, yeah, I'm going to crowd create a little bit here and there, but like nobody has done anything like that. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
We have a promo, by the way, to promote exclusively Carnegie Hall coming up like 2 or 3 weeks, where I'm just going to push I'm going to tell everybody, go get a ticket. You get a free ticket to my event. I'm going to make a whole offer around it.
Oh,